to my channel. It's been a minute. I'm lying, it's been a week. To my new subbies, I see you. Welcome. And to my golden oldies, thank you so much for the support. And if you are watching and you are not subscribed, I hope that you do also click that red subscription button and join this family. So today I thought I would indulge you on a very important conversation that I think needs to be had, and this is based on something that I think is very incredible that happened a couple of days ago. So you would know that Michael Cherry, is it Michael Cherry or Michael Carey, recently won an Academy Award or an Oscar for Hair Love. So Hair Love was released late last year, and it is a Sony animation based on a book by Mathew. So essentially, in a brief moment, he created this movie depicting the relationship between the father and the child. So how it starts off is just this little girl who has this beautiful natural 4C hair. Well, I think it's 4C, but it's within the 4 type. And the relationship that she is developing with her father, and that is just through hair. Within the movie, you see her struggling to do her hair, and somewhere down the line the father steps in because he sees that, okay, his daughter is struggling and he would like to help, but he does not know a cooking clue about natural hair. Eventually they just go through the motions throughout the animation, and he discovers that this hair is not as easy as he thought. In fact, this hair has a life of its own, and it has a personality of its own. I love how they depicted that part. But anyway, why do I think this is such an important conversation? Number one, the topic of hair is everywhere, especially natural hair. And I feel like it's very important for natural hair in particular to be normalized. The conversation of natural hair, seeing more images about natural hair needs to be normalized. And it needs to be normalized because we've had a lot of negativity for Lord knows how long that comes with natural hair. People have been excluded from different careers, from sports, from the beauty industry, from schools where code of conducts say that you can't have hair that looks a specific way. And I love the fact that they are doing exactly that in the movie. They are normalizing the fact that, you know, natural hair, it's hair like anyone else's hair, and irrespective of the fact that somebody has natural hair does not mean that they need to be viewed a certain way. And I think a lot of people in general still need to be educated about the aspects of natural hair. The second thing that I really loved about this is the fact that they are using animation to depict the story. So animation in general appeals to the younger generation. Kids from a young age need to understand that, number one, you know, they are being represented. So a little girl who sees another little girl in an animation with hair that looks like her, loving her hair, valuing her hair, wanting to learn how to do her hair, I mean, it sends a pretty positive message to that little girl who is watching. And I love that that is what this movie is, this animation is doing. It's sending that message that, you know what, as little as you are, as thick as your hair is, love your hair irrespective, learn how to do your hair, be intentional with this relationship that you will have or that you have with your hair. And you see that because within the movie, this little girl is just not relenting. The fact that her dad stepped in but wanted to throw on a beanie on her hair, and she was not about that life. She wanted her hair styled, and I'm assuming that is because of what her mom has instilled in her. So I really do love the fact that they used animation which appeals to young kids, and obviously that's going to send a positive message to kids. And then another important aspect of the film, which I that it depicts a relationship between the father and the daughter. Now, in general, within society, the person within a home who is usually very involved in unpaid duties is the mother. When it comes to the mother helping with homework, helping with preparing lunch, yeah, and obviously helping with getting the kids ready, you know, all those little things, and your usual domestic work, it's usually the mother. But here in this movie, you see the father really stepping in and being intentional with wanting to help his daughter. And I think that's such a positive message, because we live in a society where, yes, men are there, specifically fathers might be there, they might be alive, but they might not necessarily be present in their kids' lives. And this is basically normalizing that relationship to say, listen, irrespective of the fact that you are a man and society says that you should do this and not this, being involved in your child's life and actually helping her do her hair is fine, it's normal, it's okay. And you should actually be intentional with it, because it will create a great bond between you and your child. And that is what I got from this this animation. It was such a sweet way of outlining such an important aspect of relationships, which is the parent-child bond, as well as just appreciating natural hair. As I said, natural hair in general, it's still a topic in many spaces, and I think it's a topic that should be had and that we should continue to have, and it should be something that little kids start seeing more of. In fact, when Matthew was being interviewed, one of the reasons why he actually created this animation, he said it was based on the viral videos of within the natural hair community, within YouTube, and he also wanted to depict or normalize this a positive relationship between father-daughter, and as well as just normalizing a positive black family, because in most cases, let's be honest, some movies just always show us a dysfunctional black family, and that is not okay. Tyler Perry. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, I honestly just wanted to share this, which I think is very important. And the fact that they won an Oscar for this movie already shows how important this is, and the fact that, I mean, he was getting validation for the work that he's done. It's such an important moment, and I didn't want to miss the opportunity to actually talk about this, because natural hair in general, I mean, I have natural hair, my kids one day will have natural hair, and I always want to make sure that we normalize these conversations that have to do with appreciating ourselves in our natural form. That is all I wanted to share today. I hope that you did enjoy it. If you haven't watched the animation, I would really recommend that you watch it. Just search for Hair Love on YouTube. It's less than 7 minutes long, and you know, then you can come back and share with me what you love about the animation. And if you have watched it, maybe you can share your thoughts with me as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video.